this exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man. Today I'm going to show you how I make a stop ahead sign, the W3-1. Got the emblem, the arrow, borders. This is a 36-inch sign. I have 0.875 thick border, which is 7/8, and then the offset from the edge of the sign to the edge of the border is 0.65 or 6.25, which is 5/8. So when I make these signs, I used to cut out the borders, do them separate. I put the border on, then I had the arrow, or sometimes I would just use the EC, and it's a lot of waste with the EC. This is digitally printed, but you can't print a white border around on a yellow diamond grade material sign. We use a fluorescent yellow. So I do have a little workaround for that. Of course I do. Well, let me correct myself. You can print this sign, the whole thing, on white diamond grade material, which will still have your white border, and then you can print the red, the black, and then the yellow. But we use the fluorescent yellow, diamond grade, which I don't think the digitally print yellow is attractive and as appealing to the eye, or whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't show up as well as this. So I do stand corrected. You can print the whole thing digitally printed, but that's not good enough for the sign man, because I always want we use the yellow DG3 fluorescent yellow. So I'll show you my workaround for that. So what I do is I'll digitally print these with the red, and then of course they're covered with a 3M 1170C that will stop the fading of the sign. So this is 19-inch squared, and then I have the border offset. So I print these up, and then this will go over the top of the yellow. Those of you who do, before I used to have the digital printer, I used to have to cut these out, and so what I did is I ordered from one of my suppliers a 19-inch stop sign, and I used to just put this on the diamond grade material and cut it out, and then I'd have to cover it with the red EC. It was kind of a process, but I worked around it and got it. I don't do a whole lot of these signs. Like I said, we're not a high production shop. I like to think of myself as a quality production shop, not high production, so I try to put as much quality in my signs as I can. So after I have these printed up, it's just a matter of applying it to the sign. So, and I'll show you another thing what I do with the digital printer, is I print these up. These have been printed up. I had my trim marks on them, and they are, ready to go. They're sheeted with the 1170C film. You can see what I have here is all the yellow, and this little area here is where the stop legend is going to go. So before, when I used to do them by hand, when I would cut out the EC, I had to measure the borders and everything's right. So now it's just right where I need it. So now all I have to do is just place it. And I make this just a little bit smaller so I can cover it up so I don't, have any lines like this showing or anything. So I'll assemble one and show you how easy it is. Okay, here I have my 36-inch sign blank. I bought a bunch of these. The only thing I don't like about it, it just has holes on the horizontal side, and this is going to be a diamond shaped sign, so there's no holes in there for mounting. But I'll show you how I work around that. I always got to work around for stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I have my 3.65 inch borders on the side, so all I do is just line up one side here. Okay, so now I have my borders lined up where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Back a little bit of it. Get it out. You can cut that extra if you want. I just fold it over. Roller table makes it so much easier. Okay, I have it sheeted. I haven't trimmed it yet, so it's on the aluminum blank. And now you can see the outline of the legend that I put where the legend is going to go. I outline it so I can line this up easier. I put this on after I apply this because if you don't, it's really thick and harder to work with. So it's real simple to line up. I just take the top, the bottom, split the difference, cover everything up. I make sure all the lines are covered. A little showing there. All right, there we go. Then I'm just going to apply the stop sign, the stop legend, whatever you want to call it, on there. All right, there we go. All I have to do is trim this up, and I'll show you one more step because there's no holes on it, what I do. All right, there we go. There's my stop ahead sign. This is mounted on here now. On the back to mount it, it's going to be mounted like this. And the holes don't line up. There is no holes. So what I'll do is I'll put my own on there, show you how I do that. So I made this little template, and I have all these holes on here, and I have them labeled. I have the front, and I have some on the back. So all I have to do, this is a 36-inch blank here, and that's basically the biggest size I usually use, but I do have it set up to make bigger size. Anyways, I just center it over the top of this. So I have a series of holes marked here. Here's my 36-inch, here's the center, top, bottom, and then for the wind brace, I have 36 here, WB, 36 here, WB, 36, 36 top, 36. I just take a punch and a hammer, center the punch in the middle of the hole. Pull this off. And let's see if we can see some of those holes now. Okay, right there's a punch hole. There's one there. And then the rest of them, I have one here, one here, one here, and one here. So here's the back brace. It goes on the back of the sign. So it'll be mounted on the back to the post. It stops the wind from blowing it around so much. Call it a wind brace, back brace. But here's the hole here. There's a hole there. They'll line up perfect. And then so there's a way for me to put my wind brace on to tell where the holes go. Now all I have to do is drill them out. And I have a table outside where I drill them. So I don't drill these in my shop because I don't want to get the metal shavings all over. But it's real simple now that I have them drilled. Well, I should say now that I have the holes punched, it's easy to drill. There's my holes all drilled. I use the rag, the white rag. I wipe off all the little metal shavings that get around because I don't want them in the shop because that stuff will get everywhere. Pretty soon it'll get behind the sheetings and stuff, and it's just something that's not used. You did notice there, while I was starting to drill it, I realized I made one mistake. I didn't have my safety glasses on. Just got caught up in the moment of the production, but I always have my safety glasses on. You only get one set of eyes. Well, I do have my regular glasses on too, and they do have a safety lens in it, so it protects to some impact level anyways. So I have this hard hat that I use out in the field. And every time I do any drilling and stuff like that, I'll put this on, and it also flips down helps cover my eyes so I don't get stuff in my eyes. The hard hat, and then for loud noises, I've got the earmuffs. So yes, I pretty much always wear my safety glasses. All right, there's a little brief summary on how I make my stop ahead signs. Like I said, used to print it out the old, or make them the old way with the EC and stuff, and it was just so time consuming. This is so much easier, just print it out, and I have the legend already in place where it goes. Print these out, and I'm ready to go. Like I said, anytime you have any questions or concerns, who are you going to turn to? That's right, you're going to turn to the sign man. As always, thanks for watching.